What's up, guys? It's Daddy from Speedhawk TV here today, and hey, I'm back from a long vacation. I know TD had a couple videos, the last two games, and I did it, applaud him on doing a good job on holding the fort down while I wasn't here. But I am back, and I'm in. Don't reach young blood. Uncle Drew was in the building tonight. Game 5 of the NBA Finals was a thriller. Was it? It was a great game. Despite the ending of the game, I would like it to be, a little closer or whatnot. It's the better game than last game. It was just a lot of emotion. Tie game at halftime, knowing that the Cavs can't lose this game. It was just so much going into the game. Will LeBron finish? How he ended? Doesn't matter. LeBron did his thing. We expect him to come out and be aggressive. We expect him to come out and get to the basket like he always did. Going into halftime, the man had zero assists when he was averaging like 5, 6, maybe sometimes 7 going into halftimes in the previous games. He ended. He was like the LeBron against the Celtics back in what it was 08, 08, 09, something like that. I think the 11, some whatever when he had the game 6 against the Celtics. My bad, that's way too far back. But game 6 against the Celtics, the same way he did. That's the kind of performance that he put on tonight. But it was the main performance that captivated everyone. Kyrie Irving came out and took Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry to school. It was like, oh my God, why y'all guys got these folks on? But to their debate, it's different when you take a look at it, because with Draymond Green, they probably would have put Draymond on LeBron in some way, had Iggy to come off and play. Iggy to come play Kyrie or some, a different matchups, because that Kyrie was scoring 30, but he wasn't at that prolific rate, and it was at a higher volume than what he did tonight. He basically missed more shots. So you take that how it is, but you can't say nothing about it. You play with the people that you dealt with, and the Warriors just got beat tonight. No excuses for Steph, no excuses for Klay, no excuse for anybody, no excuse for Draymond not being there. It might have been a fact, but just not like a huge excuse. You can't just overshadow that with Draymond would have played, they would have won. But just if you the Warriors just got beat, man. I know in the first quarter they were cooking, and my main man Klay, I said Klay was gonna have you. If you guys listen to the podcast, which you can look at on iTunes, we got that on iTunes now. But Klay came out shooting the cover off the basketball, man. I thought he was going to go for another one of those 10 3-point performance games. Thought he got fouled later on in the game, but the refs weren't calling anything anyway. They've been calling it, well, basically letting the game be physical for basically this whole series. So it doesn't surprise me that he didn't get his calls, because LeBron don't get his calls. So if LeBron ain't getting his, I'm sure not complaining about Steph and Klay getting there. That'll be wrong and that'll be biased. But it was just a whole aura around the game, because you think when Golden State usually goes on those little flurries when Steph makes a 3 and Klay makes a 3 and then Klay makes another one, and then Steph come down there and you get a pass, you get a dunk, and you think it's all over for the other team. Oh, usually it is. But today, when the Warriors hit their onslaught in like the second quarter, the Cavs were coming right back with them, scoring along with the Warriors, which most teams couldn't do. And it pretty much that the Cavs weren't doing early on, but they was able to keep up with the Warriors. And when they kept it close, the Warriors shots started falling, and that was pretty much the ball game after that. And I'd also like to shout out Anderson Varejao. He gave me a laugh today. He sold everything. He got all his calls, so I think that might be the last game he'll get all these calls. Something that is very surprising: Andrew Bogut goes down with a left sprained knee, and he only got 3 days to come back from that. So I don't think he'll probably be back for Thursday. MRIs will tell. We'll talk about that later on in the podcast or whatnot. So just there's a big factor. Regardless of Draymond coming back, you've lost Bogut. So you losing Bogut, but getting Draymond, but then you got to put Festus Ezeli up now, and he's not the shot blocker that Bogut is, and then they're quick to foul Ezeli, but knowing Steve Kerr, he goes small anyway, so you won't worry about a big man per se, but you also need him. You just know that you need someone if you want to come out and bring somebody off the bench, because most Spates is not the defender, and he's a iffy. inside scorer, but he can shoot the basketball. He can space the floor. That's what he can bring you. Anderson Varejao struggled shooting free throws tonight. Not a big offensive guy. Can't dribble. He can pass the ball. And in defensively, he's there sporadically. He's not a tremendous defensive player. He's just a neat and grit guy who can get anything around the basket. So it is interesting going in the game 6 in Cleveland how things will play out, regardless of with Draymond Green coming back. Can LeBron keep up the shooting that he had tonight? Can Kyrie? Well, Kyrie plays good at home anyway. But the thing is about LeBron, can he keep up the shooting? Can he keep up the aggressiveness? Can he keep that onslaught up? Because I really believe the series. Because I really believe the series was over with when they went into the Golden State in the first place. But undoubtedly, I told you guys basically, if you listen to me a lot, the keys to beating the Warriors is out rebound them and limit your turnovers against them. But this game, it was way different. The rebound advantage was in Golden State's favor. The Cleveland Cavaliers had 41 rebounds to Golden State's 43 rebounds. Which in other doubts, ain't no way you lose the rebound about to Golden State. Then turnovers, the Cavs had 16 to the Warriors 17. I said you can't match them. You got to be better than them. Even though they did have less turnovers than the Warriors, it's just you still had 16 turnovers. But none of that really matters if you got two guys putting up 40 pieces on you in the NBA Finals, which also was the first time any teammates put up 40-point games, period, in the same game. It's kind of odd to see in the NBA Finals with the heightened defense and whatnot. But the Warriors shot 42 3-pointers, only made 14. They made 11 of those in the first half, so they only made 3 in the second half. Three 3-pointers in the second half coming from a 3-point shooting team. Just not going to cut it. Like I said, they shots weren't falling at the end. They had a lot of good looks. It's like the Cavs played with like Russian roulette or something, because they allowed the Warriors to shoot and gave them wide open shot. They just weren't able to knock them down. Undoubtedly, I understand if a team's not making wide open jump shot, then we deserve to lose. That's basically the overall thought of that. But if we taking contested shots and then they knocking them down, then as the Cavs, you got to just accept that loss. Not too much you can just really do about that or say. But let me get into the stats of the game. I might as well start with the Warriors. I feel like I always start with the losing team. But Andre Iguodala, he had 15 points, 6 for 13 from the field, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. He basically paid Iguodala night. Did everything. Started off the game very active on defensive end, running out in the fast break, handling all fast break situations, finishing and doing whatnot. Played an excellent game for Iguodala. Harrison Barnes had 5 points, 2 for 14 with 5 rebounds. For him to have been doing so well in the previous game, he really struggled in the game tonight. A lot of wide open shots for him. He was part of those wide open shots, and they just wouldn't fall. He drove to the rim. They just went down. LeBron met him at the rim twice, and he still couldn't do nothing. Bogut, he only played 7 minutes. As I said, he ended up with an injury. Klay Thompson, 40 minutes, 37 points, 11 for 20 from the field, 3 rebounds. He was shooting the cover out the basketball, fade away, going in the paint, doing what he has to do, 11 for 20. Great shoot percentage. I'll take that for 37 points. He absolutely did what he had to do. But it basically, you can't say it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't gonna cut it on this particular night. So that's basically how I get it. 37 points good, but just not on this night when you got 2 people scoring 40 on the other end. But like I said, I get to them later. Steph Curry, he played 40 minutes also. 25 points, 8 for 21, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Yeah, and he had 3 blocks. Interesting. 3 blocks. I don't remember technically seeing those 3 blocks from him. But 8 for 21 from the field. He missed a lot. He missed a lot of wide open shots. He made a lot of a couple contested shots, a couple crazy shots, but then he missed some wide open shots. So you take that as it may. Shots just wasn't falling. Nothing too much you can pull from that. Sean Livingston, 7 points, 3 for 7 from the field, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. That basically after that is pretty much it. Everybody else scored. They're pretty much the bulk of their scoring in garbage time and whatnot. But Steve Kerr did play all 11 guys. He would play all the guys early, but the guys didn't put in like like stat sheet numbers. They didn't do that. They was just my role player, so this guy can get a break. It was because I always said it was gonna be interesting to see how, like I said in the podcast, it was interesting to see how the Warriors rotation would be without Draymond Green, because that means somebody would have to come in early, and we figured out that person was McAdoo, and it's interesting McAdoo how he been playing late. He ended up getting a lot of couple fouls, but he played his role. He sent the right people to the foul line. He made the right decision. He looks a little lost on defense, but when the ball gets into him, when the ball comes in front of him, he seems to shake together pretty nicely. Well, over to the Cavs, LeBron James played 42 minutes tonight. 41 points, 16 for 30 from the field, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. Monster number. You couldn't ask anything else better from LeBron James. He went out and did it all tonight. I like how he took 30 shots. Most times you see a guy, he take 30 shots. I can't believe it. Tonight he took his 30 shots, and he actually... I just like when LeBron is aggressive, because then that's the old LeBron we seen when he was winning those MVPs. Kevin Love played 32 minutes, 2 points, 1 for 5, and 3 rebounds. I remember at halftime they had the Bleacher Report had to put the Home Alone picture. Where's Kevin? He was nowhere to be found inside that game. He was on the floor, but he made basically no impact. Spaced the floor a little bit. That's known, but he just made no impact. He passed up a lot of shots. It just wasn't there. Tristan Thompson, 6 points, 15 rebounds. So LeBron had 16 rebounds. Tristan Thompson had 15 rebounds. That just couldn't keep him off the board, and they end up just demolishing them. That was a quiet 15 rebound, because usually when Tristan Thompson gets his rebound, it's like, oh my God, a rebound by Tristan Thompson. It was just more like, he get the ball. Boom, there you go. Kyrie Irving, 39 minutes, 41 points, 17 for 24 from the field, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block. So he only missed 7 shots out of 24 attempts. Tremendous day by Kyrie Irving. Got everything he wanted: floaters, layups, reverses, step back, post fadeaways. He got everything that he possibly wanted. Coming off picks, catching the ball, catch and shoot. He had, it was a scoring onslaught. It was just like you watching, like, oh my God, he just did this again, and he just done this, and now he just doing this. And then he knocked down a contested 3-point jump shot that should have been a 4-point play. I was just in awe of the whole thing. J.R. Smith, 10 points, 3 for 9 from the field. Surprised he thought he put up a lot of shots. Well, he put up those shots. So I take that this what I expect from JR, just to put up some shots and just try to get some points. He got off, like, I think he scored most of them in like the first quarter, because I think he had like 8. Well, in the first half, I think he had like 8, maybe even that whole 10 in the first half, because he was getting to him at the beginning, because they were focusing so much on Kyrie in the beginning, and he was just slipping off, getting easy jump shots or whatever, easy buckets. Basically, past that, all the other people to score were Iman Shumpert. He was 2 for 4. He played 25 minutes. And Richard Jefferson had 14 minutes, 8 points, and he was 4 for 6 from the field. And he ended up having some turnovers in the midst of all that. Like, I was like, what are you doing, Mr. Jefferson? But in all, amazing game. Hands out to Kyrie and LeBron. LeBron put on an excellent performance. Might be overshadowed by Kyrie. Later, I want to see how the media plays this out. But tremendous effort by LeBron with those 16 rebounds and 7 assists, and what he had, 41 points. You just couldn't ask more from a guy with it back against the wall, and everybody criticized him about what he did. But Draymond Green come back for Game 6 and Game 7. I'm pulling for the Cavs to push this to 7 games. I still have the Warriors win anyway. In all, I already had the Warriors beating the Cavs in 6 games. So this would be my tremendous prediction in Warriors in 6 if they win tomorrow. But I mean Thursday. But it's just the feel that the Cavs will push it to 7 games, and it'll be like straight broadcast television. I can't believe it happened. And if LeBron brings it back and wins this for Cleveland, they win 3 straight games after being down 3-1, it'll be the second time we've seen it. And they say people just don't come down 3-1, and 32 straight teams have lost. What basically 32 teams have won when they're up 3-1, and the Warriors to blow it. What would they say about Stephen Curry? Would it be more Warriors hate? Who's to say? Find out on next episode of Speedhawks TV. But just, I'm just waiting for Thursday because this is gonna be good, especially with the return of Draymond Green. The crowd is gonna boo him in Cleveland or whatnot. But that's pretty much it. That's all I got right now. Um, My name is Dede. I'm from Speedhawk TV. Make sure you check them. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this channel. Make sure you share it with your friends, share it on Facebook, whatnot. Do what you have to do. Also, follow, go check out our podcast on iTunes at Speedhawks. All you got to do is type in Speedhawks, the podcast will pop right up. We do that pretty much daily. There's a couple there with me and T that on there at the same time. So that'll be real enticing, intriguing, whichever word that fits this particular sentence. Yeah, so check out our podcast. It's really going to start being our main thing. Cause it's just amazing. It's fun to work with the podcast. So man, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. If I said something stupid, put it down in the bottom. You like what I said? Put it down in the bottom, and don't forget to subscribe. My name is Dede, and I'm from Speedhawk TV, and I'm out.